Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm John. I do a lot of videos on investing. I also do some videos on credit and online income. Coming at you with a video today. A group I follow that is kind of getting a little bit bigger. Got about 100,000 subscribers on their main channel, and then they also have a live channel. It's got about 70,000 subscribers. So they are definitely coming up with more and more subscribers. They are called Dumb Money. It's three guys, actually pretty fun and entertaining to watch. They are all three Gen Xers, just like me. I'm a Gen Xer as well. And they actually have about 30 million between the three of them that they're investing. And there's kind of one particular guy that's very aggressive with, all sorts of margin and options. And the other two are aggressive as well. What I'm doing is I'm showing you a video, one of their live streams they did today. At the time of this recording, it is March 22nd, Monday, March 22nd, 2021. And their live stream that they did today, which is over 1 hour. So I like to kind of take these and condense them for you so you don't have to watch a whole 1 hour, right, of a live stream. And they did their they call them three stimmy stocks, right? So three stocks that they have right now for the stimulus trade. So let's go into it. What I've done is I've got time codes for each of them. And we'll go into each of them are supposed to pick one, but the reality is that they end up picking more than one. But we'll go ahead and show you what their picks are. So let's take a look.
Very slightly. But to me, this is something that there needs to be a substantial percentage of my portfolio in Bitcoin. And I did the math. I thought I was just at 2%. I'm actually at 4% right now, and I think I need to double that, get up to 8%.
Wow, that's big, Dave. Listen, we've been talking about that magnet to 100K Bitcoin forever, and if something catastrophic doesn't happen to kind of government regulation or something, some big seller, some big whale comes in, or there's 100 things that can go wrong. I still think that magnet effect is there this year. Everyone feels it. Everyone's talking about it. I mean, you do have.
So this is Dave's one trade Bitcoin. He actually has two that he really likes, but this is what he's
are people
picking.
going to pull out some of their Bitcoin to start doing all the stuff that they want to do this year, right? That's kind of a little bit of a concern for me. But
that's a concern for me too. But I just see that the people who have been in Bitcoin, the people who use their first round of stimmy money to buy Bitcoin are like, that was the best thing I ever did. Look at what I did to my $1,000 that I got from the government. It is now worth $10,000, right?
Yeah. I mean, dude, I don't blame you. I'm already so loaded up in Bitcoin and my Coinbase. And
you double down on your Bitcoin babes. And so basically, I'm doing Bitcoin, and people are asking about Ethereum. Those are the two that I hold, and I'm still at like a 60-40 split, but I'm leaning more towards just loading up on additional Bitcoin for me, because I understand that transactionally Ethereum is the thing that everything's being written on right now, but Bitcoin is that underlying just thing that seems to be the magnet that pulls the market along.
Yeah, Dave, also you have to remember, like, the Morgan Stanley report that came out this last week, or was it JP Morgan? It's big. I mean, that's major. People don't understand. It seems so stupid, but like, it's major because that is circulating right now to tens of thousands of wealth offices. And what it is doing, this is what you have to understand. What that report does is it gives you a green light. It's a cover your butt document for a wealth manager to now have the conversation of, hey, should we be putting half of 1% or 1% or
wealth management companies getting their clients into Bitcoin, basically.
And it allows them to share that with their clients and say, hey, this is still early cycle. We feel that there's something that you might want to consider. Like, listen, it's major, guys. It's major. I think it's a good move, Dave.
Yeah, and apparently just today, Jay Powell made a statement about Bitcoin in answering a question about crypto-related holdings, and he said, while it's backed by nothing, it is a, quote, substitute for gold. And that's to have it just entering the mainstream conversation as an asset. It's an asset class. That's all it is. And I'm not the type to invest in gold, but Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin is going to be around for our lifetimes. And
what I think has been interesting to watch is that it's not really moving in sync with gold, right? And so I don't view it as a gold, really. I don't know where he's getting that, but it, they don't seem to react to the same news the same way.
Because it's early stage gold, Jordan. Yeah. That's why. Just think of it as early stage gold, so it's not going to move in sync. But listen, man. And by the way, somewhat related. I know I teased it earlier. Stick around to the end of today's episode because we're going to tell you a big hint about my big 7-figure trade that I made, or investment, I should say. Not necessarily trade, but it is kind of related to all this stuff we're talking about now. So just a little bit of a hint.
So we're going to hop into this guy, Jordan, right
that's
here.
That's it for you?
That's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm not. I've decided I'm not making 7 trades a day. That's just, my account needs to be a little less active than it has been. This is the thing that I'm getting behind as my stimmy. That's my stimmy trade.
Okay.
I'm doubling down on Bitcoin.
I have other trades, but Jordan, is there anything that you like with this stimmy? I mean,
my 2 favorite things with the stimmy, and with travel coming back, and what we're going to see this summer, you know what they are? They're my favorites. They're XLE and Southwest Airlines.
Oh, jeez. I mean,
I don't even know what XLE
fine.
is.
I'm not saying that. Listen, it makes a lot of sense, right?
We've got a little
Select
pullback. We got like a
sector,
5 or 6%
Trust
pullback in the
Energy.
XLE. I might buy a little bit more. I love it. Got that dividend.
Hey, I think. Listen, I think Southwest is going to kill it. I chose Spirit over Southwest.
Yeah, I think Spirit's outperformed Southwest a little bit. Look, I'm not going to buy Spirit. I don't like these crappy deady companies. I'm out. Southwest is a great company, and I'm going to buy their stock.
Guys, I'm not going to be in Spirit for long.
Right.
Okay, so it's not about that.
Yeah.
But listen, I thought it was my number 1 recovery trade.
At the time that we were making these investments in both, I'm in. So Jordan got into Southwest, I got into Spirit and American Airlines. Chris got into heavy into Spirit.
Yep,
heavy.
But my big asterisk on this is not a company that I don't want to be in these companies long term. This is a
airline and recovery
trade.
trades.
Okay,
let's go to another one where
I'm like, okay, I've made enough, and I'm just going to.
Dave talks about one
even though it's possible that it will go higher. And I think that we still have room for these stocks to go another, 20%?
Here we go.
Which you probably are.
I am.
I can make like 10 grand a week renting out my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know who the number 1 customer is for Airbnb to start renting their homes? Are people that start renting other people's, right? You've seen that data, right? I know you're an Airbnb.
I've seen that data. I'm wondering where you got that data. I'm wondering if it might have been this excellent video on YouTube.
I think it was.
Saying that Airbnb's price was too low. Here's 3 reasons why. Because this Airbnb is my 10x stock. It's gonna be, if I don't make 10x on that, I'm gonna be upset.
Dave,
go to Hey There Dave here, youtube.com/Hey There Dave here, and you can check out that video.
Yeah, I'm actually a huge fan of Airbnb as well. I mean, I use Airbnb a lot anyway because one of the things I do is I've got some rentals here in Southern California where I rent, and pretty much a lot of short and mostly medium-term rentals actually through Airbnb, and it is amazing what it's really what it's done for those properties. So I use it as a host and have really enjoyed it thoroughly as well. Basically, I think it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it is possible that that Airbnb could become the largest company in the world. At some point during my lifetime. It's just definitely a possibility. I say that because number 1, they're already in 220 countries. Number 2, they've got 4 million hosts, and they can really grow in that. The idea of having more than 4 million hosts is a definite possibility. They're doing about between 3 and 4 billion in annual sales right now, and their gross margins are very, very high, at about 80% or higher. So Airbnb, their market cap is over 100 billion now. I've kind of been trying to wait to see if their market cap is going to go down a little bit, but it just might not. So for Dave to get a 10x on his Airbnb investment, that would mean that Airbnb would have to be $1 trillion company, which I don't really know if that's going to happen anytime soon. But Airbnb is definitely one of my favorites as well. So I just wanted to kind of chime in on that a little bit. Okay, so let's hop over. We're going to go to Chris is a heavy trader and pretty big investor, very big investor, and we're going to go to his one pick that he apparently is his largest holding. So let's go check it out.
We'll link to it above. No, just whatever.
I'm telling you, that was one tag. I pulled up a whole bunch of tags just like that, and I was floored, because you got to remember, a lot of the country.
B-dubs and get your Miller Lite.
But unlike all the other stocks we're talking about that are flying high, a lot of them above pre-COVID levels, a couple of these names, Budweiser included, Molson Coors, they're not there yet. They are not there yet. They are still really depressed. I think they're the ones that have the most opportunity. And for me, that's where I'm putting most of my money, because I get like this combination recovery trade, stimmy trade, and on well, to some extent, Budweiser with the Cacti launch, and way more with Molson Coors. By the way, Dave, have you been researching reviews on Zoa?
There you go, Molson Coors.
People love it. They freaking love it. In fact,
how is that
if you
possible?
Look at a lot of people giving you crap. Like,
you did give me the worst flavor.
But you don't like Red Bull. Some people like the standard energy drink flavor. I like that. I like that flavor.
Mars.
But I've been forcing myself to drink it for years. I used to hate it. No one likes it at first. But you should try the other flavors, because people love the Zoa, man. They love it.
I'm just going to stick with coffee and tea. Those are perfectly fine caffeine alternatives to Zoa.
All right, so
the original.
I added some, even more in my Molson Coors position. It's done really well so far.
Is that your single biggest holding right now? Or are you,
in terms of how much stock I control? Yes, it is. Even though it's not technically high conviction. I've said this in the past. It's a medium to high conviction. It's like sits somewhere in between, because I'm still waiting to see a little more data. And by the way, some big news on Molson Coors. Big news. Ready for this? There were rumors that Topo Chico Hard Seltzer, which is the one that we've been waiting for, was not going to come out until late summer. Well, guess what, guys? They just announced it's coming out March 31st. March 31st. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer is coming March 31st. That's like in a...
So there you go. So those are the three big stimulus trades from the guys from Dumb Money. So they told me to stay tuned for tomorrow. Again, the time of this recording, it is Monday, March 22nd, and tomorrow they're going to be releasing Chris, who is the last guy that spoke. He was the guy in the middle. He is apparently going to be releasing information on $1 million trade that he's doing, a $1 million trade that he's doing. Pretty amazing. But there you go. We got Dave at Bitcoin and loves Airbnb. That's his 10x stock. We got Jordan, who loves Southwest Airline, and he had an energy play there. And then Chris, number one position he has is Molson Coors. What are your positions? Are you playing the recovery? I really should get more into the recovery, which I will. I'm probably going to go Berkshire Hathaway, and then maybe I'm going to kind of go in a little bit more on my Expedia and TripAdvisor possibly, so we'll see. But basically, I want to know what you're doing with the recovery stocks. Are you investing in them? Let me know. Hey, everybody, I'm going to put a link down below. I came out with a blueprint recently, super cheap. It's only $7. Basically, it's on, I cover online investing, online income. I cover credit as well. In the very end, I got a 15-page guide, all the groups in the U.S. that give you a free credit score, plus all the groups that give you a free FICO score and the corresponding bureau. That's right, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. So that way you never have to pay for a free FICO, or you never have to pay for a FICO again. Okay, have a great week. And if you find value from any of this, hit the subscribe and also give me a like. It'd be great. Thank you.